Hey there humans, Bob here, welcome to another Marvel Avengers video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about which ISOs, or as they're known in game, minor artifacts, are the best ones to run. By the way, if you're a veteran of the game and you already know about this ISO, don't worry, there's still something here for you. Keep an eye out for later in the video, as I've recently discussed this ISO with one of the devs and it turns out a lot of us were wrong about how it actually works. Don't forget to like and subscribe as we roll that intro. So, the other day on stream, someone asked me a question which honestly, at first, I was a little taken aback by, but they asked me which ISO they should be running, which kind of made me think that I take a lot of the knowledge that I have around this game for granted. So, I wanted to make this video to talk about what I think is the best ISO in the game, why I think that, and how to find them if you're looking to farm them. So, what is this minor artifact then? Well, it's the ISO 8 of Cosmic Affinity. The reason that you want this little fella is because one of the perks it drops with, Cosmic Surge. Cosmic Surge itself, however it procs, gives you a health and heroic boost when it activates. The one you're looking for though is this, it's the Reactive Cosmic Surge. What this means is that any time that you take damage from any source, you can have a chance to heal and regain heroics, which is incredibly useful if you are a character that doesn't heal themselves in any way. I'd actually in fact go as far enough to say that during endgame, it's almost a requirement, unless you're running an invulnerability build of course. Either way, it's a massively useful piece of gear because of this perk, but even more useful because of the other perks it can drop with and the stats it rolls with too. As well as the Reactive Cosmic Surge, this ISO, at least from what I've seen across my gameplay, can roll with either a specific status resistance like Gamma or Shock, etc., or, my personal favourite, a charge rate boost on either Support, Assault, or Ultimate Heroics. The really interesting thing is though, how varied this ISO can be in terms of stats. If you farm hard enough, you should be able to get a stat roll that fits your build, as it can drop with any 3 stats from the entire pool. For my Iron Man, I have Proficiency to boost my crit and perk chance, Precision to increase rain damage, and Valor to boost heroics and crit damage. Although it did take me a while to get there, it was well worth it as this ISO heals me, regens heroics, increases heroic charge rate, boosts all my damage, and makes me hit more crits. So, how do we go about getting these? Well, there are 2 methods that I found to work pretty well. Number 1 is pretty easy, and it's easy to access for most as long as you're accustomed to doing your daily villain sectors. Basically, what you'll need to do is work on gathering up DNA keys. You can do this by picking up villain sector mission chains from outposts and completing those chains. Some bosses at the end of these missions also drop DNA keys, but you'll always get one on completion of the mission chain. When you have as many as the mission chains for that day or week will allow, with the 2.3 update you should be able to farm at least 9 more keys, as with this patch you can do these missions per hero per week in addition to your dailies. Once you have the keys, what you'll want to do is head over to a vault mission. I personally recommend the Desert Vault, but ultimately choose whichever you prefer to run. Throughout the vault mission you'll come across DNA chests which you can open using the keys that you've acquired. These chests drop a guaranteed comic, units and gear, but also high quality ISOs, including the ISO 8 of Cosmic Affinity. Whilst not guaranteed, this is a much more efficient way of getting them to drop versus other chests, and a little easier than the other method that I use, which is the OLT. For those of you who don't know, OLT refers to the Omega level threat mission Family Reunion, which is an endgame version of the Kate Bishop DLC mission of the same name, which is one of the harder missions available in the game and one of the only missions that levels you past 150. Quick note though, you'll require a team of 4 to start the mission, and you'll probably need a pretty decent build to be able to defeat the final boss. This mission, whilst repeatable, has a weekly mission chain called Seeking the Super Adaptoid. This mission chain rewards 2 Omega set gear pieces, both of which can drop above 140 up to 150, as well as a minor artifact which can also drop above 140 up to 150. The kicker to this is that the gear here, including the minor artifact that drops, are always cosmic focused. This includes the ISO 8 of Cosmic Affinity, so if this is part of your weekly ritual within the game, keep an eye out for that drop. Also, some of the gear from this activity drops with perks like Brazen or Targeted Cosmic Surge, which proc off of melee or ranged crits respectively. And remember when I told you early in the video that there was something for you veterans that I spoke to a developer about that you'd want to know? After speaking with Alex Kende, who's the developer behind the new gear vision for the game, he shared something with me that refutes what the entire community has been telling me. Basically, the community at large has shared that the perks of the same name, not effect but name, do not stack, and therefore there is no reason to use them. Well, technically they are correct. The perks themselves don't stack in the traditional sense. For example, if I have Reactive Cosmic Surge on 2 pieces of gear that have a proc rate of 15% each, I don't suddenly get a 30% chance of activating the perk, but I do get 2 chances at a rate of 15% of activating it. This has been confirmed by the devs and also even applies to some of the damage-based perks too, although diminishing returns apply in those cases. Also, if you're looking for the best way to get endgame ready, don't forget to check out my raid ready video and my raid guide, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.